Hey, it's Pierre from Squash Source. I have a review for you today of the Asics Gel Tactic 2. Big thanks to squashguys.com for sending me this pair of shoes to review for everybody. These are an indoor non-marking court shoe from Asics that are part of Asics volleyball range, but they have had some traction in the squash world. I have seen them around my courts with some of my friends playing. I've seen comments on Squash Source of a lot of different players who have given these a try, and I've also seen some professionals wearing these. Cesar Salazar from Mexico wears these. Andrew Schnell from Canada is wearing these, and so they are a good value for money shoe, and I'm going to take you through what they look like a little bit in a second. They are about 85 bucks on Amazon in the US. Just to put it in perspective, the Asics Gel Rocket 9, which just came out, is about 65 bucks. So these are a little more expensive, but they have some benefits over the Gel Rockets, and they're not up at that kind of $100 range. So these are a very good middle tier, mid-price squash shoe that I have been testing out now for probably 2 months, and I haven't been using them every day, but they've held up still quite well. There's no obvious signs of damage. We've got some regular wear and tear on the fronts, on the toes of the shoe, and on the inside. Interesting that I usually only get this on the left. This is just sort of surface scratching at the moment. The shoes are, in this particular case, not a gum rubber color, but they are non-marking, and they're labeled non-marking, and there is a pair of these that's black that has gum rubber soles, and there's also a pair of these that are more of a whitish gray color, I think. So on my scale, just to give you a sense of the weight, 389 grams. They don't feel that heavy to me, but when I'm wearing them, they feel quite cushioned, and I'm mentally comparing them to the Gel Rocket 9s because I've been wearing those and testing those out kind of in unison with these. The Gel Rocket 9s feel a bit harder, a bit stiffer. They're still good, and those are great value shoes too, but these just give you, for your extra 20 bucks, you get a little more cushioning, and I can't quite decide why it is, but I feel like the base is a little bit wider. I'm not saying it's a wide shoe, but I just feel like the Rocket 9s, my feet are overhanging the bottom plate of the shoe a little bit. It's just mentally how it feels, probably not actually what's happening. But with these, I feel like there's a firm, solid base that is securing my foot well over the whole foot, and I don't feel any of that kind of tipping over the edge sensation. The cosmetics on these are pretty basic and good. Just a nice black and kind of dark gray color. My courts have my courts have blue tape on the ground, so I always end up with blue tape in my videos from the coaches. Feels quite solid in terms of construction. We have removable insoles. They're stuck down ever so slightly with some adhesive in there, but it's not like the Rockets where you have to feel like you're tearing the sole out of a permanently glued down situation. These are a lot easier to remove. They're not super thick at all, the insole, so you could replace this and get even more cushioning. So all that, the cushioning that I am speaking of is really from the shoe itself, not from the insole necessarily. On the whole, I think if you're able to spring for the extra 20 bucks and you know that you are going to be playing a fair amount of squash, then you might want to consider the Asics Gel Tactic 2s. By the way, I'm wearing an 11.5 here, and that's the Asics model number. You might want to consider these for a little extra protection for your knees and joints. I, again, have been really enjoying these and think highly of them, and would definitely prefer to put these on my feet over the gel rockets. So hopefully that was helpful. I'm going to put a couple of clips of me running around in these and playing a couple points just for those who want to see them in action on a squash court. Thanks a lot.